That's insane. But all right, so we were looking for things to talk about today earlier. There's not really much going on. There's a lot going on in the game space, but we can get to that like towards the end of the main chunk of the show here. I wanted to just bring this up because it warmed my heart. Spider-Man 3 was trending out of nowhere, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Why is this happening? I love Spider-Man 3. The internet loves Spider-Man 3. We all know this. But normally doesn't trend, really. Unless it's like an anniversary or something. It's like, oh, May 3rd comes around, and it's like Spider-Man 3 Day, and it's like, cool. But there's this video going around. It's been shared by like 1 million people. It's on the one I saw is on IGN, but I'm sure like it's been posted 1 million times. This fucking kid, he must be like, how old is that kid? You figure I'm really bad at identifying the ages of like
probably
really small
he looks like he's like 4 or 5. I'd say like 5.
I would have guessed 2 because I have no concept of how old a child is. But but he's like he's like in the middle of some like middle school dance, and he's doing the Spider-Man 3 dance, and it's perfect. It's like a perfect. Like I think I saw a side by side, and it literally matches the time perfectly. And I'm just like, this is insane. And it's like a fucking 3-year-old or whatever the fuck. So it's like extra impressive that movie's gonna last forever. That movie will never get old.
Oh right. It's one of those things that like my favorite content online is YouTube poop. Like just anything that's like that where you take sentence mixing or anything related to that. And there's certain metas, right? And right now, like we're still in the Sam Raimi YouTube meta. Like, it's lasted for years. It's probably the longest lasting out of any meta that I've seen. Because like I'd say Beauty and the Beast was a long lasting one for whatever fucking reason.
I do remember that. It was all this stuff with what's his fucking name, Jean?
Gaston.
It's a bunch of Gaston YouTube poops that I remember seeing. And thinking, this is fucking ridiculous. But
that one lasted and then Hank Hill, King of the Hill, obviously, and then just the Spider-Man shit is so good, man. The whole fucking Bully Maguire shit is just beautiful, and it's cool to see little kids embracing it that obviously weren't alive when this shit happened, right? So you got to think the parents are big fans, you know.
I'm just looking up Gaston YouTube, but there's so fucking many of them. It's insane.
Dude, I have some of them saved on my old hard drive, probably from like 2009, 2010, because I was like, I need to preserve this shit because it's Disney. So obviously a lot of this stuff gets taken down. So I have like old fucking YouTube boobs, just like this guy Waxinator. He was big on making them. Dude, I love them.
5 years ago, Emilio the Burrito is the channel. 2.5 million views. Gaston, but every time someone says Gaston, he eats 4 dozen eggs. And like, there's this great one. The biggest, my favorite one. Maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't. Is the one where he gets cancer. Have you seen where it's his bald head? It's like someone edits him all bald the whole time. It's so, dude. The Gaston era was that was some good shit.
Right. Those are still some of my favorite ones. There's one called I think it's called LeFou's Quest 4, and it's like LeFou is in a video game, and then he keeps getting killed, but he has his lives and stuff. Gaston punches him at one point and he dies, and it makes the fucking Mario death song. That sound when Mario dies. It's so well done.
These are ancient too. These are like really old, because like I'm looking at the first one that comes up when you type Gaston YTP, and it says Gaston's ultimate mission to obtain some Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, but it says in parentheses Waxinator re-upload, and the re-upload is 7 years old. So it's like
I have the original Waxinator one saved on my hard drive for this very reason, because like they get fucking taken down, and I'm like, dude, This needs to be. I learned my lesson because there's a video that does not exist on the internet anymore, and I don't know the person who made it because his channel got deleted, so you can't even see the name of his channel. But the video is called Fresh Prince Gore, and there was a meta that existed from 2006 to 2007 of mashing Fresh Prince dance clips and death metal. And that's all it was. They would literally just, for some reason, I remastered one called I forgot what it's called, Fresh Prince Death Metal or some shit. Whatever. But Fresh Prince Gore was specifically this guy would slow things down and speed things up to match with the sync with the song perfectly. A song called Parasite by Flesh Rot.
Yeah.
And it's such an amazing video. And it does not exist anymore. And I learned my lesson. Ever since that, I'm like, dude, that shit's gone and it can't be. So you need to save these awesome videos. You see some old ass video, you like save it because it might something might happen to it.
Yeah.
And then it's literally gone. Like there's nothing. I don't know who to reach out to find this person. Because I know it's probably still on his computer or on his hard drive, but it can't be. It disappoints me so much, and I don't have the patience to try to remake the video myself because it was pretty thorough. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no, that would be a lot. Those old videos are a lot of effort went into those. No way you're gonna recreate it. There's some things like that. There was like this great. Every now and then, like I'll luck out with that thing. I'll find something that I think is either really cool or really funny. And out on a whim, I'll just be like, I should download this just in case. And then sure enough, like a week later, it's gone. Like that's happened to me at least like 4 times in the last like couple years. And it's it's a good habit to get into, provided you have the space for all that shit. Because, if you're watching some long shit, maybe that won't be the best idea. But
right.
I don't know, for that shit. I remember hearing this weird remix of like, oh, man, I should probably look back. I think I re-uploaded it to SoundCloud because I was like, I want to keep this, but just some really like unorthodox remix of I think it was like a Rise Against Ellie Goulding remix, and I was like, why the fuck is this so good? And I downloaded it because I felt like it was gonna get struck, and it did like 2 days later. And I was like, I got it. I'm the only one in the world with that fucking song, probably.
Yeah.
But
yeah, maybe
I definitely just stole it from somebody, by the way. Like
yeah,
probably not cool, but that was a long time ago, so I plead ignorance on that.
Man, I think you have to do that. I think it should almost be an obligation when you see something that should be timeless, but it may not survive, because of copyright or whatever. I think like their first thought should be, let me download this just in case, and then you can re-up. Like I don't mind when people re-upload things and they give fucking credit and stuff like that. If the thing is gone, like oh shit, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's not there anymore. People need to see this. I don't mind that.
No,
it's the motherfuckers when they're uploading shit when it still exists. That's the shit that bro. Try to find my parody I did of The Rock, that gay rock thing, and that shit has been shadow banned or whatever. It's just, you can't search it. But there's just so many exist of other people uploading. I'm like, god damn, it's fucking crazy. But I'm like, hey, whatever.
You know what you should do. You know what? I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after the show because I think it's genuinely a good idea. But I don't want somebody. I don't want somebody to do it before. You know what I mean? But yeah, fucking that kid is gonna have a bright future if he can already dance like that.
100%.
Lazy sack of human